In this video, I'm going to show you several different methods of how to unfreeze a frozen zipper on your tent when you're camping in extremely cold conditions. It's very common to have your zipper freeze because if you don't do this one thing that I'm going to tell you at the end of the video, including the biggest mistake you can make at the end of the video of maintaining your zippers while you're camping in the cold outdoors. The first method is a little bit manual and is not particularly enjoyable, but when you get into your tent or you get your tent set up, you may discover that your tent from the moisture in the day is completely sealed shut. I've had this happen on me on expeditions. No matter how much I put effort into keeping the zippers dry, it just happens. So I've had this happen. So the first method, if you get trapped outside your tent or in your tent and you've got nothing else you can use, is simply put your mouth against the zipper. I'll show it here. Is put your mouth against the zipper and begin blowing hot air because you're full of hot air, and then kind of work the zipper, wriggle it like that really crazy as much as you can, and blow it and it'll begin working. Under no circumstances do you want to just because you will damage the teeth on your tent, and on a long expedition that's the last thing you want to have happen. And sometimes you've got to do that the whole length. Make sure you don't frostbite your lips. Just blow on it and bring it back. Now, at the end of the video, I'll also show you how to not get yourself there in the first place. The second method, and the more ideal method, is if you have the ability to do so, get your stove going. MSRXGK, links below, of course. REI, or was it Nalgene bottle, is get your stove boiling, or stove boiling, get the water boiling on your stove, pour it into your Nalgene, put your liner gloves on because it's going to be a little bit hot, and then you can actually do this if you're stuck in the inside of your tent, and you can safely boil the water without giving yourself carbon monoxide poisoning, is literally get that boiling bottle and begin pressing it against the zipper, and then just slowly work the zipper down. And as you do that, steam will begin just pouring off. You'd be amazed at how effective this method is as you just begin working the zipper down and cleaning it as you go. And then you might get a long run. Hey, oh, it's stuck again. And then continue steaming off the teeth. Now you want to look at where the teeth are on the zipper. There's a liner side and the teeth side. You want to get the hot water bottle on the teeth side if at all possible, because it's more effective than putting the bottle on the liner side or the fabric side of a zipper. So definitely get it on the teeth side. That is a great way to go. Now, before I tell you how to avoid getting here in the first place, and the biggest mistake you can make while trying to thaw out and open your zipper in cold weather conditions, is please check out my guide to how to keep your feet warm in the cold. It's available at major retailers. There's a link below. It gives you over 100 tips on keeping your toes safe and warm in the outdoors. And also check out Adventure Expedition 1. Great guide to everything you need to know about your expedition. And at the end of the video, please like and comment on the video and subscribe to the channel. That'd help you out, and it'd help me out too. Now, how do you avoid getting to the point where you're having to pray and blow on your zipper or use a boiling water bottle? You use your toothbrush. Yes, your toothbrush, unless you thought to bring a spare. And as you zip your zipper closed, you want to look at the teeth. My teeth are on the inside here, to make sure there is no moisture and no ice whatsoever. And if there is, to take your toothbrush and brush, I'm not going to take it out of the container, instead of brushing lengthwise, you need to brush along and rake across the teeth, because just brushing lengthwise will actually drive ice into the zipper defeating the whole purpose. And what you do is you pinch the zipper slightly and wiggle it, and it'll crack open that ice. And then you begin brushing, crack open the ice, and the goal is to have 0 frost and water on your zipper, because otherwise this is going to happen to you time and time again. It's incredibly frustrating to have that happen. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the biggest mistake you can make in trying to thaw out your zipper while you're camping, whether it's in the cold or not, and this actually happened to a couple polar explorers. They literally almost destroyed themselves, severely injured, and got killed in a storm, is never pray to the Lord. Ever use the flame of your stove or the flame of a lighter or the flame of a match to try and melt the ice off of your zipper. Because most adventure and expedition tents aren't exactly lined or coated with an anti-fire fabric, and even then synthetic fabric will melt super fast, and you could actually melt your zipper together. You will burn a hole in your tent, and God forbid, you could actually catch your tent on fire and burn your tent down while you are in your tent around you. Don't do that. It almost happened to a couple guys in, I think it was 2011 and 12 season in Antarctica. They were using a stove to melt and try and open their zipper from the inside, and they literally almost burned their tent down. Thank goodness they didn't. So that is the #1 thing you never, ever, ever want to do when trying to thaw your zipper. Use all of my different methods, and if you can't get the water bottle going, just blow on it and wrinkle, just create a flex point in that zipper and flex and flex and flex, and I promise it will break apart. It'll take a little bit of effort, but by blowing on it and using a hot water bottle, you will escape your frozen zipper in your tent, or be able to get back into your frozen zipper tent. My name's Aaron Linstow. I'm a polar explorer and professional adventurer. Please like and comment on the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching, and thank goodness for no more frozen zippers.